Okay, hello, I'm back. My name is Nishant, and today we will be doing limits, and we will find them with conjugating. Okay, hope you enjoy. So, let us do our first problem. We will be doing limit x approaching 0. We will have x plus 4 minus 2 divided by x. Okay, so now we know what the first thing to do is. If you watched my previous video, you know that we should always start by evaluating, because you never know, that might always result in the correct answer. And we'll try that. So 4 minus 2 by 0 equals 0 over 0. Now, anyone who's been taking calculus should know that this is a problem. You cannot divide by 0. No division by 0. However, because of the 0 over 0, that means there's some method that we can use to figure out the answer. So, today we'll be covering one of those methods. It's called conjugating. So the conjugate of a plus b is conjugate of it equals a minus b. This is useful because we know there's one thing that happens when you multiply a plus b by a minus b, and that is the difference of squares, as shown. And we will be using this to help solve the limit above. Let us try this with this. So we have limit x approaching 0, x plus 4 minus 2 divided by x. This is where the conjugate comes into play. We can multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the numerator. So we can take the square root of x plus 4 as a, and minus 2 will be b. So we'll multiply the two, the denominator and the numerator, by x plus 4 plus 2 instead of minus 2. Plus 4 plus 2. Back to the original color. Now we have limit x going to 0. Now the a squared, because what we know will happen is plus b times a minus b will equal a squared minus b squared. So let us just go through that. We don't need to expand it or anything. The square of the square root of x plus 4 is going to be x plus 4. And the square of 2 is going to be 4. So we do minus 4. Because the difference. Divided by x. But we also have this denominator from before. So, okay, that doesn't look right. Let me just change that to a better looking one. There we go. Fancy looking one. And now we have to account for this bottom part. X plus 4 plus 2. Now let's try to simplify this a little bit. This equals limit x going to 0, x over x times 1 over root x plus 4 plus 2. Now we found our common factors. I don't want the eraser yet. I want to be able to highlight. Common factor on the denominator and the numerator. We can cancel them out, leaving us with just this. And now we can just substitute, and we will get this 1 over 0 plus 4 plus 2 equals 1 over 2 plus 2. Our answer is 1/4. Now go through this. Just look through it. If you don't understand, you can replay the video. Just try to figure out, just try to understand what I just did. I took the conjugate of the numerator. I multiplied the denominator and the numerator by that. Then I simplified, showed that there was a common factor on the numerator and denominator, canceled it out, and then solved again. Okay, let us do our second example. Okay. I don't want this. I want it to be nice and clear. F of x equals, let's see. Let's do x plus 7 minus 3 divided by x we want to take the limit of this as x goes to 0, f of x. Now, a rather large group of you might have already noticed that evaluating already gets the job done, because root 7, yes, it will get the job done, because root 7 minus 3 over 0, you can't simplify it, and it just becomes undefined. Which means for this problem, there is no solution. That means as x approaches 0, it will approach either negative infinity or positive infinity, and it's not defined. That was a trick problem. Let us do another problem where we can use conjugation. You will take limit x approaching 1 of x minus, let's say 2, we'll do x plus 3, do x minus 1. So let's first do evaluation. 4, root 4, not 4, root 4 minus 2 divided by 1 minus 1 equals 0 over 0. Which means we can use conjugation to solve this. Or if it was a different problem and we got 0 over 0, we could try using factoring. So let us try our conjugation again. As before, this is A, this is B. Let's try doing this again. x to 1, x plus 3 minus 2 over x minus 1 times x plus 3. Remember, this is a, this is b, so we're going to switch the sign over here. Now I'm going to be plus 2, and we'll make the denominator the same. Remember that we're making the numerator and denominator the same, so overall this is just multiplying by 1, meaning we don't actually change anything. But we can use that to manipulate the function a little bit to find the limit. Just bypass a few different problems, like the 0 over 0 up here. Okay, now this equals limit x to 1 and square of this is x plus 3. Square of this is 4, so we write minus 4 divided by x minus 1. We multiply by root x plus 3 plus 2. And if you simplify further, limit goes to 1, x minus 1 over x minus 1. This equals the same as before. And we have now found our common factor. It's this x minus 1 over here. Oops, we're not erasing it yet. It's x minus 1 over here. That's what's causing our 0 over 0. And to take care of that, we will delete it. And we can now solve. So plugging in our values now, we get 1 over 2 plus 2, which equals 1 over 4. There you go. I want to take another look at this, understand what I did for each of these problems. First, I evaluate. If it's 0 over 0, that means I can do something with it, and I can use conjugation to factor out certain values. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understood how to use conjugation to help find the limit at certain values. If you want to know other ways of finding the limit of certain values, I've made a video on how to use factoring instead, which is also another important way of finding the limit. I will make another video on how you can use them in a combination to solve. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you stay tuned for more videos.